Look at this game. It has beautiful graphics, a great story, and tons of effort put into it. This has 20,000 players. Now look at this game. It has bright colors, one of the simplest concepts known to mankind, and it is probably possible to make this game in the span of a few weeks. This has 2 million players, and this is exactly what we're going to be looking into today. Why RPG games like Blox Tales, Runeslayer, and King Legacy are so good, yet they have a mere fraction of some of the low effort games that are on the front page. Let's get straight into it. Okay, let's start off with the freshness of RPG games. Unlike most front page Roblox games, RPG games can't be the same. When I say this, I mean they can't be the generic, boring games we see 1,000 times. But now, let's look at the RPG game, Blox Tales. You play as a time-traveling adventurer sent back to 2010 to try to rescue Builder Man by traveling through different and beautifully made areas while battling cool enemies and difficult bosses. Tell me another game even slightly similar to that. You can't, because RPG games aren't like Rogue Garden or Fish or Blox Fruits, which are all trying to copy these trends to get to the front page. Instead, they're making a new, fun experience that is unique. Now, let's look into the amazing effort put into RPG games. Games like Blox Tales, King Legacy, Runeslayer, it's clear that they are very difficult to make and that a lot of effort has been put into them. I mean, play Runeslayer for literally 2 minutes and you ask yourself, how the hell did they make this in Roblox? But once again, let's look at a game on the front page. For example, Steal a Brain Rot. Yeah, that game with 1 million players for some reason. When you play, do you think, wow, this game must have been hard to make? No, because it didn't. It's 8 bases, and then it has some goddamn brain rot characters walking around. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Tung Tung, yeah, you better run away, okay, Tung Tung? I'm getting a little too angry here. I bet you a skilled developer could make a game like this in mere weeks. And when you look at the play counts of games like Runeslayer compared to games like Steal a Brain Rot, it really does bring a frown to my face. But let's look at why games like Steal a Brain Rot do well, while games like King Legacy have just a fraction of their player counts. And I can already tell you, it's because of one thing: what audience the game is for. Games like Rogue Garden, Steal a Brain Rot, Fish, they are all made to serve one type of audience: little kids. And these little kids don't know if what they're playing is slop or the next masterpiece of Roblox. And then when you look at RPG games like Blox Tales and Runeslayer, you see that they are targeted to a more mature audience like teens and adults who actually need a good game to play, not the slop like Steal a Brain Rot. But while this is a bad thing for devs, it's really good for the mature players that do enjoy a complex and actually well made game. Because when you're trying to make a game for older audiences, you have to make the game good. And that's probably the biggest reason, in my opinion, why RPG games are so fun. Because they aren't made for kids, so they have to be good. Now let's look into an aspect most Roblox games don't have: a story. You see, while looking at games outside of Roblox, having a story is very common, with games like Undertale, God of War, The Last of Us. However, having a story in Roblox is a lot more uncommon, and personally, I think that sucks, as having a story can be really fun in a Roblox game because it makes you really stick to the game and makes it so that actually stops being something you play for 30 minutes and forget about, and instead it becomes something that could literally be its own game outside of Roblox and that you can happily spend hours on. So when you look at RPG games like Blox Tales, Lumion Legacy or Pokemon Brick Bronze that actually do have a good story, it's a big plus and it really makes this RPG genre stand out. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you want to see more content from me, click on one of these videos here. YouTube thinks you'll like them. Anyway, peace.